Hi, and welcome back to Beginner for B Series. This is Dave here. Today we're going to take the Cyclone Rake, not with the mower deck adapter. We're just going to go out with the suction hose. I've got a culvert and a couple of drainage areas where the fall, winter debris has kind of built up, and it's time to get those cleaned out. A few of the rainstorms we've had has worked some of that stuff down into areas where I mow and keep clean. So we'll be doing that at a later date. We'll hook the mower deck adapter up with the Cyclone Rake, and I'll be hitting up some of those areas I've been cutting where the grass has just been growing crazy. The clippings are just they're so large that they're not able to break down at this point. So as much as I'd like to leave the clippings into the grass, it's more like I feel like I'm in a hayfield. So maybe a cleanup with the Cyclone Rake for one time can keep me caught up enough where I can just do one mow a week. With these gas prices that we have and 2 acres of property for cutting, it's costing $20-ish to $25 to mow my property, so I don't want to have to do that more than once a week. So we'll take the Cyclone Rake for a test and get this place cleaned up. Hope you stick around. Okay, so here's the upper part of that culvert, that the end of the pipe that we just cleaned out, and man, that was some thick stuff. I didn't even realize it just had been coagulated in there and wet, so some wet leaves and different things. What I like about this Cyclone rake is the impeller that operates and creates the vacuum also mulches up the leaves as it's going through and into the collection unit, which makes it really nice for when you want to actually dispose of this, or if you wanted to spread it out somewhere. So we'll get tackling this next. This culvert's probably 30 yards long, so we'll be just working our way up through. There's going to be sections where I've got quite a bit of leaves that are just stuck, and some acorns, just a bunch of different stuff. So it'll be nice. We'll get this all cleaned up, and then when we do get rains, it'll actually work the way it's supposed to. want to thank everybody for sticking around. That wraps up this project for today. A lot of those leaves that were really matted down from over the winter and then the rainstorms. So I was really impressed by the Cyclone Rake's power at being able to pull those up. I did notice a slight issue with the suction at one point, and it had gotten some debris I didn't even know when I was sucking that stuff up, some small sticks and different things, and it created a little blockade, but it was still sucking through, and I couldn't believe it when I took the hose off where it connects to the motor in the impeller. There was a nice blockade there, but you know, it's only meant to really be picking up very small debris, leaves, but these were matted together, heavy and wet, and it does say to avoid that. But again, very impressed with the power of that machine. For those of you that are new to the channel, I really appreciate you sticking around and watching. If you'd hit that like button, share it with your friends if you see a piece of equipment that I work with that you think might be beneficial to them. Maybe you could turn them on to the channel. Well, I hope everybody has a good rest of the week, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.